Hey everyone, Iggy the Investing Iguana here, and welcome back to another exciting episode on the Investing Iguana channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic that's been on everyone's mind lately: the potential risks and implications of property oversupply in Singapore. As a financial analyst specializing in the Singapore market, I've been keeping a close eye on the real estate sector, and I'm here to share my insights with you. In this video, we'll explore the striking similarities between the attitudes of Chinese and Singaporean homebuyers, the government's role in managing supply and demand, and the delicate balance that must be maintained to ensure a stable and sustainable property market. By the end of this episode, you'll have a clearer understanding of the current state of Singapore's real estate landscape and what it means for investors and homeowners alike. So grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get started. Now you might be wondering, Iggy, why should we care about what's happening in China's property market? Well, let me tell you, there are some important lessons to be learned from our neighbors. In both China and Singapore, there's a strong cultural affinity for home ownership, with people often viewing real estate as a safety net. They expect to be able to sell and downgrade if times get tough. However, as we've seen in China, government interventions can have a significant impact on the market, with policies being reversed overnight and causing uncertainty for investors and homeowners. While moves in Singapore are rarely as drastic as those in China, we've still seen our fair share of government interventions in the property market. One significant example is the Built-to-Order (BTO) system, developed after the Housing and Development Board (HDB) faced a major supply overhang in the late 1980s. The BTO system was designed to prevent such oversupply by only initiating construction after enough interest had been shown for a site. This method was effective at first, allowing the government to cater to actual demand. However, after the pandemic, this very system created unforeseen consequences. As demand surged due to lifestyle changes and a recovering economy, the BTO system was not equipped to handle the new dynamics quickly enough, resulting in a housing shortage. It's important to note that public housing represents a significant portion of the overall housing stock in Singapore, with more than 80% of residents living in HDB flats. In 2024, the government has indicated a strategic shift in its BTO strategy, which includes reduced launches and new classifications to better match housing demand with what can realistically be built and delivered. This adjustment reflects an ongoing effort to balance availability while ensuring affordability. The market remains dynamic, requiring continual assessment and modification of policies to align with both local demand and wider economic indicators. By doing so, Singapore aims to maintain stability in its property landscape while ensuring that residents still have access to quality housing options even amidst fluctuations in the market. Another example of government intervention is the easing of en bloc sales. In 1999, the government passed a bill allowing collective sales to proceed with just 80% consensus, making it much easier for older properties to be redeveloped and increasing the available housing stock. This move was aimed at balancing supply and demand, but it also highlights the government's role in shaping the market. Fast forward to 2024, and we're seeing the effects of these interventions play out in real time. In areas like Lentor and the East Coast, multiple condo projects are popping up in close proximity, and buyers are starting to wonder if the scales have tipped too far in the direction of supply. Even HDB flats, which are more prone to oversupply due to their inbuilt restrictions, are not immune to these market forces. So what's the solution? Well, that's the million-dollar question. It's a delicate dance of trying to keep prices affordable while also avoiding a glut of unsold homes. The government has to carefully calibrate its policies to ensure a stable and sustainable market, but as we've seen, interventions can sometimes have unintended consequences. Despite these challenges, there are some encouraging signs in the Singapore property market. According to the Urban Redevelopment Authority, URA, private home prices rose by 1.4% in the first quarter of 2024, a slower pace compared to the 2.8% increase in the previous quarter. While this moderation in price growth may be due to muted transaction volumes and seasonal factors, analysts suggest it could also indicate a stabilizing market. Looking ahead, experts forecast that private home prices will remain elevated in 2024, but a better economic outlook could boost buyer confidence. Developers are expected to launch around 30 new projects, with between 7,000 and 8,000 units, similar to 2023 levels. While high interest rates may persist, their impact is likely to be muted as buyers become accustomed to the new normal. It's worth noting that despite the challenges, Singapore's property market has shown remarkable resilience. The city-state's strong economic fundamentals, political stability, and robust regulatory framework continue to attract both local and foreign investors. This confidence is reflected in the achievements celebrated at the 13th Property Guru Asia Property Awards, Singapore 2023, which honored top developers and projects across various categories. As we navigate the complexities of Singapore's property market in 2024, it's crucial for investors and homeowners to stay informed and adapt to the evolving landscape. Keep an eye on government policies, economic indicators, and market trends, and make decisions that align with your long-term financial goals. Remember, while short-term fluctuations can be unsettling, the key to success in real estate is often weathering the storms and focusing on the long game. And that brings us to the end of today's episode, folks. I hope this deep dive into Singapore's property market has given you some valuable insights and food for thought. If you found this video helpful, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the Investing Iguana channel for more content on investing, personal finance, and navigating the ever-changing world of real estate. As always, I'm here to help you make informed decisions and work towards your vision of financial freedom. If you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover in future videos, leave a comment below and I'll do my best to address them. Until next time, stay savvy, stay curious, and keep on investing. Iggy the Investing Iguana signing off.